Hello friends, and welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I thought I would sort of start this video in the car since it's kind of a quieter place to talk. But then the wind is like crazy, so you might be hearing that go. But I just wanted to kind of give you like a preview, a little bit of what this video has. So these past couple of months, we totally renovated, like remodeled our dining room and down the hallway. I know I've mentioned before, like, we've had the wallpaper up in there for several years, and it was time for a change. I didn't hate the wallpaper or anything. I still liked it, but it was definitely time for a change, for something new, something fresh. And so that's what this video is. I didn't get like a lot of filming done when we were in the midst of like tearing out the wallpaper and doing painting, because it was really tight quarters. We had ladders and paint buckets and brushes, and my parents were both there helping. So I didn't get a lot of that early footage. I thought I got more than I did. So I'm sorry about that. I wish I had more of like the before footage or the during, but I definitely have a lot of the after and how I've decorated. And I still have things to do. We're still finishing up the hallway, like the painting in there, and then we're still finishing, I haven't hung like pictures and things yet on the walls. But yeah, without further ado, I'll share our dining room transformation. So what we're thinking for the paint, this is kind of like a little sample we did. This top wall, this is, I think it's called China Berry. I'll have to look and see, but I already got this paint, and that's gonna go on the top. And then we'll have the white piece of trim in the middle. And then we're gonna do the whirlwind on the bottom. And then my dad is gonna make these little like rectangle trim pieces, so it'll kind of look like that, I wanna say like a paneling, like not a crown molding, but sort of like a panel kind of look. So yeah, I'm super excited to get these started. So I got 1 gallon of this. I'm gonna need another gallon of this. Well, yeah, I'm gonna need another gallon of that and probably get 2 gallons of that one. So it's coming along. Here is the color up against our new rug. And then here is kind of a reminder. This is back last fall. I was trying to find some pictures of what the dining room looked like before. This one is a messy one. But just to kind of give you an idea of how it looked before and the colors that were before. Here is where we attempted to try to get some of that wallpaper off. It was so hard. So we decided not to go and tear the wallpaper off because it was going to take forever. So we ended up patching it. So my dad came over and sort of patched some of the seams, because we are going to paint over this wallpaper because it was really hard to get off. So down the hall we were going to kind of paint over this. So he kind of patched it, and then he's going to be sanding it before we paint the 2 colors, and then he'll build like the little panel things on the bottom. So this is this is a look what the hallway is looking like currently. And I'm sorry that my camera is kind of weird looking. I think I've probably mentioned before that I dropped my phone right after I got it. Pretty much right after I got it. I was super sad and shattered the camera, and was only able to fix part of the camera. So everything is like a little bit distorted, kind of a little off. And then the girls drew some stuff on the wall I thought was so cute. It's almost like I hate to paint over it. So here is an update where we're at. We have got, my parents finished painting the top and the bottom, and then I worked on the trim there. It's gonna take a while to put everything back together. So coming down the hallway here, I definitely, we're going to have to change out all of the light switches because these were all like an almond beige color. And so we're going to have to change all the plugs and light switches out for white. Still have some painting to do, the second coat on these doors and in between these here. And then the other doors down the hallway. And you can see we got painter's tape down there working on the trim. My parents have been so amazing helping and doing the majority of this project, helping us. They are awesome. And now I'm doing the satisfying peeling off tape before the reveal of the dining room. So happy with how it turned out. So I was going to kind of talk about some of the decor here that I've got. It's kind of getting dark outside, so sorry if the lighting is not the greatest. But I got this picture I got this from Big Lots, actually. They have some really pretty pictures, and it's on canvas, so it's like a painting. If you could see the detail in it, but I loved it so much. And so then you may have heard me talk about this one before. This is from a tree that fell during a storm on our property, and my dad was cutting it up, and the inside was hollowed out like this, which is kind of rare at times to find one like that. So we actually cut a bunch of these up and used them for decor at my brother's wedding. And then after the wedding, everybody took one, and I've been using it up here on this mantle ever since, and then kind of changing it with each season. These are actually from the Dollar Tree. I just love how they like spill out, and they have like the different colors. And so yeah, when I saw those at the Dollar Tree, I was like, oh my goodness, I had to get some. So it was like a pink bunch, a purple, and then like this green color, and they had like the kind of the ivy with it. And then this is part of when we got married. They're like, well, what kind of china do you want to pick out? And I actually, Cracker Barrel had these beautiful blue and white dishes. And I was like, I don't even really want china. I would love to put those blue and white dishes on our registry. And so now I've always had them in the china cabinet, which I'll show you here in a minute, but I thought, oh, I've always wanted a blue and white or purple and white dining room, and I could display these. So I've got some of the dishes out from the china cabinet that we got for wedding gifts. But yeah, these were all at Cracker Barrel. They were the blue and white china, and I loved them. And then we always love to just get natural pieces. This was actually, my son found this in the woods. Lightning had struck one of the trees and the bark was stripped, and so we got some, like pieces of that, and it's like the variation in color, and it's just neat. And then kind of giving the tree like a new life again. And so I love picking up pieces like that. Plus I was trying to sort of tie the wood tones in from the mantle here that my son made, kind of tie that in with the whole room. Wanted to bring some more wood tones in. So we have this, and then there's this wood here in the painting, and then this piece from the tree. And then this actually is from our wedding as well, which was many, many years ago. See how many years we've been married? 21 years. So yeah, that stood the test of time, but it's still looking pretty good. I just probably need to dust it some more again, and then my son's girlfriend picked this up for me on a trip she was on, and I actually have Buckeyes in it right now. I had candy in it, but I had Buckeyes in it for the fall, and I just kind of left them in there because I like the dark color. But I thought this was so neat. Kind of goes with, it's almost kind of a, I don't know if I would say beachy, but nautical theme in here maybe, in a way with the blues, but also rustic as well, or colonial, you know, kind of decor. Excuse me. This my husband got for me years ago. So he knew I loved the blue and white. He saw this, I want to say it was at Kroger. So, you know, like a lot of decor was from different places and like found. And so, you know, you can get some inexpensive items, but they still will look beautiful. And then I got this wreath I love. I've had this for, I think this will be my 3rd year with this, from Michael's. I got it with a 50% off coupon. So yeah, I love that thing. And then I made this sign, and then the O is just a little wreath I got from Joann's. It was like $3. It was on sale. This is the coolest thing. This was my grandma's. You know, I've always talked about what a good seamstress she is. But she gave me this. It's like comes out like an accordion. It still has a lot of her sewing things in it. But it's just such a neat piece. And I thought, you know, it kind of brought out some more of the wood tones. So that's on display. Pay no attention to the hallway. It is not done yet. We're still painting. My mom was over today helping paint the doors. So that's why there is painter's tape in the hallway. So not done just yet. This my mom gave me. It's a Yankee Candle lantern. And then, you know, the hearth my son made. Absolutely love it. Got our little fireplace off of Marketplace. This is another piece from the Cracker Barrel blue and white china. It's like a little miniature tea set. It's so cute. I had it in the china cabinet. You know, you just can't really see it in there. So I was excited to bring it out. And then my daughter, she took some of our florals that we had left over and made this little display. Thought it was so pretty with the calla lily, things like that. And got a picture in there of my daughter when she was a baby and my husband. And these were from a company. It was like, I don't even remember the name of it. I want to say Alasta. My sister-in-law sold it. Their products. Was like kind of like a company like, you know, 31 or one of those. But I don't even know if they're still a business anymore or not, but they had some really cool stuff. So I got those from there. I've got some picture albums that I need to fill. Then some of my devotional books and my planner in there. This china cabinet my husband got for one of our anniversaries. I can't remember which one. Or maybe it was for Christmas. When you get older, you start forgetting what came or when, but I know he got it for me. There, if you can see, there's our wedding picture. We were so young. And we got married at Christmas time, so somebody had hand painted us this ornament. It's so cute. Really pretty. And that was our cake topper, Precious Moments. I was super into Precious Moments then. Oh, still, I love them. The Unity candle, which we left it burning by accident the whole time we were doing pictures, so half the candles are gone. But anyways, the big candles is, you know, pretty much all the way there. And then at our engagement party, my cousin surprised us and had everybody at the engagement party sign this ceramic dish, and she gave it to me as a wedding gift. It was so sweet. So I put that in there. just because I know I could use it, but I'm so afraid I'll break it, and I just think it's really pretty on display. Then my daughter painted this candle painting, and so we hung it under the lantern light. Thought that was really pretty, and it just kind of blends in. And then I haven't hung anything yet picture-wise on the walls. I have to decide like which ones we're gonna put up, and I don't want to do like too much. And then we are gonna hang, this rod was there from years ago, so we had these little toppers, but we're gonna raise the rod up to kind of give it that long effect, you know, to make it look like taller. And then this little table, was my great-grandma's, so my husband refinished it. And then my daughter put some more florals and fun things on there for spring. And then this, I actually haven't got it cleaned yet. Hop over here to the china cabinet. This is where most of the other blue and white china is, but this cabinet needs cleaned. I got the other one cleaned, my mom did. It was so sweet. She cleaned that for me. But this one is definitely dusty and dirty, and as we walk through here, like we vibrate, like the floor vibrates, so stuff is always like scooting around in here. But I wanted to show you this. I keep it in here because it's super precious. This was my oldest son was he was very, very premature. He was born at 26 weeks gestation. This was a little handprint they did of his, like a mold, which was actually, they did this when he was about a month old because he was finally able to come out of the isolette. And that's when they did this. He was so tiny. And so he was even tinier than that. But like my husband's wedding band could fit around his arm. So I keep that in there as a reminder how tiny he was. So here is the finished hallway. We haven't done the panels yet. We're gonna have to save to get the wood for those, the trim pieces. So we just kind of finished everything up. We had company over the weekend, other than the light switches. I do wanna get those soon, change all of the switches to white. But anyway, this is going down the hallway. It's my son's room, the bathroom. I just kind of shut the door so you could see all the ones that are painted. The laundry room and the craft room. If we want to keep the gold handles, or if we want to go with a brushed nickel or something different,